On this channel, I've talked about how trading cryptocurrencies has made me some of the most money in my entire life, which you can also achieve. I've also made a couple of videos on how to start your trading journey as a complete beginner. The thing I love the most about you guys is the fact that quite a lot of you were able to kickstart your trading journey just by watching my videos. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an application that literally allows you to get started with trading cryptocurrencies in less than 2 minutes. It is also one of the most user-friendly and beginner-friendly applications you will ever find in the crypto space right now, which is called Bitunix. Personally, I believe Bitunix is the perfect choice for beginners because of its no KYC policy, which means you can start trading cryptocurrencies today right now as I speak, especially as a beginner without having to upload a single document, which is quite new in this space if you ask me. The best part is anyone anywhere can register without the use of a VPN. So if you're in one of those countries where you would typically need to turn on a VPN before you start trading, I would highly suggest you join the moving trade because it really doesn't wait for anyone. Now, I mean, we all know that trading cryptocurrencies can potentially generate a lot of money, but before you jump in and start thinking about how much money you can potentially make, it is important to know that with crypto and trading, there are risks involved. So getting the right knowledge and information is key. But I assure you that if you're able to watch this video until the very end, you will be able to kickstart your crypto journey today. Now, before I go right into this video, let me know in the comment section some of the challenges you are facing with trading cryptocurrencies in general, and I will try as much as possible to make more videos about them. Alright guys, class is in session. But before you go into trading at all, let's talk about how to set up and create your Bitunix account in less than 2 minutes, which is the best and fastest sign-up process you will ever encounter when it comes to trading cryptocurrencies. One thing I, however, need to mention is that Bitunix would never reach out to you through any means to ask for your personal details, and neither would I. So please be aware of scammers posting to be Bitunix on me and do not give out any sensitive information that could potentially lead to the loss of your asset. Anyways, to sign up, click on the link directly in the description box and it's gonna take you to your browser. So whether you're using a mobile phone or a laptop, all you have to do from here is to sign up. You also want to make sure to register via the link in my description box so you can access up to $5,500 as bonus. From here, click on the sign up button at the top right corner, enter all your details here as well as my referral code, which is Adeshalami, and click on sign up. You want to complete the puzzle, verify your account using the code sent, and that would be it. Easy peasy. As you can see, this is really all you need to create your account, and in less than 2 minutes you are good to go and ready to start your crypto journey. Now that you are all set, you want to try as much as possible to set up two-factor authentication to protect your account even more. And I want you to think of this as adding a second lock to your door for extra protection. Okay, now that your account has been created, let's talk about how you can deposit into your Bitunix account so you can start trading. On the Bitunix app, there are two major ways to fund your account, which is the fiat and crypto deposit. To deposit using the crypto option, click on the asset tab in the top right corner and you'll see the breakdown of everything in your portfolio. So you want to click on deposit and then select your preferred coin, which for me is USDT. You're going to select your network chain and you just have to pick anyone from the list. However, the chain you choose will determine how fast your wallet will be credited, as well as if you're going to pay the network fee, which is usually about $1 anyway. For this, I'll just go with Ton to avoid the fee completely. The address will pop up automatically, which we are just going to copy and not necessarily have to start writing it out. Just copy and paste into whichever other crypto wallet you're sending from, and that would be it. The most important thing here would be that you also need to use the same chain type, which in this case is done when sending to your Bitunix account. You just have to wait a couple of minutes, refresh, and the coins will be credited into your spot wallet, as you can see. Now, if this is a little technical for you, you can credit your spot wallet using the fiat method. And what this basically means is to buy coins from a third party using your local currency, and in my case, that would be Nigerian naira. For this, all you have to do is input the amount in your currency and it is going to pop up its equivalence USDT. Then go ahead to make payments using any of this method and that would be it. After a while, the USDT will also appear in your spot wallet automatically and then you can get started with trading. Now, to make this a little more interesting, I'm going to give 10 to 15 random people 10 USDT each, which is very little by the way, but if you like to win this, make sure to watch till the very end because I'm going to be sharing with you how to qualify for this later on in the video. Let's keep going. All right, so now that your Bitunix account is all set and you can successfully deposit into your account, it is time to start trading. Honestly, one of the reasons why a lot of traders use Bitunix is because they can execute all orders directly on the chart, which I personally find interesting. Now, when you log into your Bitunix account, the interface will slightly vary depending on the kind of device you're using, but you just want to locate the trade button, which is on the home page in my case, since I'm using a laptop, and you'll see everything laid out nicely from here, including the latest market prices and real-time charts. From here, you can decide to trade whatever currencies you like. So I'm going to switch to futures right here. However, before you place a trade or open a position, it is important to have a signal, okay, which could be from your own analysis or a trading group. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to pick a random signal from my Telegram group, and here is what we have. But first, let me interpret this signal to you. The first thing here reads market order, and this is just a type of order you can take. Now, if you look at this section of this screen right here on the Bitunix website, you can either take a limit order, a market order, or a trailing stop, which I'm going to explain. The first one we have here is a limit order, and what this means is that you want to buy or sell a coin with a price restriction, and once the price reaches the limit price, your order will be executed. The second one here is a market order, and what this means is that you want to buy or sell a coin at the current market price, and this would ideally get executed immediately. Lastly, we have the trailing stop, and this is just a strategy that helps you protect your profits as the prices go up while minimizing the losses in case of a pullback. That way, you don't have to incur further losses while also protecting your profits. Essentially, your type of order would vary from time to time depending on the signal you're following, but based on our signal, we have to switch to market order. The second thing we have in our signal is a short sell, which means we are shorting this order. Now, one thing to note is that when it comes to trading, you can either buy long or sell short. And what this means is that when you decide to long a trade, you have the intention of making more money as the value of the traded coin increases. And when you decide to short a trade, you have the intention of making more money when the value of the traded coin decreases. Either way, you still get to make money if your signal goes as predicted. Third thing on our signal is MEW USDT, and it is what we are going to be trading. So you want to click on BTC USDT on the left to open the list and select MEW USDT. You also want to select your position mode, which could either be isolated or cross. But personally, I would suggest you stick to whatever position mode you are comfortable with based on your risk tolerance and your trading strategy. However, the major difference between the isolated and cross mode is that with isolated, you only lose your position in the trade if you get liquidated, but with cross, you can potentially lose all your position. Let me explain. If, for example, you have $1,000 in your trading wallet, but you want to trade with only $100, if you use the isolated mode and you lose the trade, you will only be losing $100 and you will still have $900 left in your wallet, which you can simply just exit the trade or try again later. However, if you use the cross mode and you enter a trade with $100 and by chance the trade is going down, you will be using part of your 900 balance as collateral so you don't get liquidated. And if unfortunately you do get liquidated, you will be losing the entire $1,000. So if you're a beginner, I would say you should start with the isolated mode. But to be honest, you can still use the cross mode if you understand risk management properly. Now, the next thing you want to set is your leverage. And I'll also recommend you stick to 10x leverage, because the higher your leverage, the higher the risk you are taking. But what this basically means is that it provides you an opportunity to enter a trade with more money. So say, for example, you only have $10 to trade and you use 10x leverage. This means you can enter the trade with $100 instead of just $10. And if you choose the 30x leverage, you can enter a trade with $300 instead of just $10. Makes sense? So basically, to calculate your profit margin, it would be the increase in percentage multiplied by the leverage. And this also means that to calculate your loss, it's going to be the decrease in percentage multiplied by the leverage, which is why you want to try as much as possible not to be greedy. Okay, now that we are all set, you want to make sure you have funds in your available balance. And here you can see I have a $0, even though there is $100 in my spot wallet. So all you have to do from here is to move funds from your spot to USDT M wallet, which is free by the way, and I will move $10 since that is what I want to trade with. You will also need to set your price, but since it's a market order here, we have it as the best price, but I'm going to be using the chart to do this instead of entering it manually. Okay, from here you're going to click on display settings, then quick order, and then market order. That way this can pop up on your screen, which you can go ahead to move around wherever you want. Then I'm going to just enter the amount of USDT I'm willing to spend on this trade. But if you put your cursor on it here, you would see that the minimum quantity you can spend on this trade is about 1.87 USDT. So I'm just going to enter 2 USDT for the purpose of this video. Now if I click on market buy, I'm going to be longing my order, but if I click on market sell, I'm going to be shorting my order. So I'm going to click on market sell, and then voila, we have it automatically on the chart. Lastly, on our signal, we have TP, which means take profit, and we have SL, which means stop loss. What this means is that you are signaling to Bitunix to automatically take profit or stop loss when it gets to a particular price. So quickly, let me show you how to take your profit and stop your loss directly on the chart. After placing our order, you can see that we already have the take profit on the chart and we have the stop loss. So we just have to adjust both accordingly. Now, because we are shorting this order, if we are to take profit, we are going to be pulling our take profits down based on the signal, but I'm ignoring the signal for now. So I'm just going to pull it down and say take profit when it gets to this point, and then stop my loss when it gets to this point. Yeah, and that's just all you have to do. As you can see, we have like the position that we've opened under the position tab section right there. Now that you know how to open a position, it is important you also know how to close a position, which is a lot faster, especially since you can do it directly from the chart. So let's say we want to close this order. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to close at market order and it will be filed immediately. All you have to do is click on this X, and then you have just successfully cancelled all your orders. You've cancelled your take profit, you've cancelled your stop loss, and then this is our order that we are cancelling, and that's how to go about it. Easy peasy. If you want to also check your profit and loss, you can find the unrealized P&L right here. I hope it makes sense. Now, if you've watched this video to this point, let me know in the comment section and share with me something you've learned so far. And this is really all you need to win the 10 USDT. Just leave a comment and I will pick randomly. To also qualify for this, you need to have a Bitunix wallet. So sign up and set up your account with my link in the description box and you are good to go. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. Now, before I round up this video, let me quickly share with you the edge mode on Bitunix, which basically allows you to hold both long and short position simultaneously in the same trading pair. To switch to edge mode, go to settings, click on position mode, then switch from one-way mode to edge mode and you are good to go. Essentially, when you use the edging mode, any new position opened in the opposite direction won't affect your existing one, which I personally think is a huge plus if you like to take trades in both directions. So for example, if I open a long position, it will pop up, which is the green color you can see here. And I can also open a short position for the same pair at the same time, which will appear as red. And because of this, you can easily tell them apart, which allows you to minimize the risk of your trade and, allowing you to win in either directions. Now, when you're done with that, you can easily move your stop loss and take profit on the charts for both positions. And as you can see, both the stop loss and take profit of the same positions are taken by the same vertical line. If you also go down to positions, you will see the summary of these open positions. Now, let's talk about another of Bitunix top features, which is the multi-window features. And trust me when I tell you that this is currently the most advanced feature on the market, as the chart basically allows you to trade on up to 8 different charts simultaneously on the same screen, which is mind-blowing, I promise you. Now, unlike other exchanges, this chart can operate both synchronously and completely independently. So let me show you how to go about that. If you come to this section right here, you can select whatever layout you want to split your screen. So you can choose 2 or 3 layouts or even 8 layouts if you prefer. And you can also choose to synchronize these charts with each other or not. I can also decide to operate the same or different pairs, same or different time frames, or even synchronize the time and the data range all at once. Let me also quickly point out that you can become a first level VIP member on Bitunix just by making a deposit of $1,000, which is significantly cheaper than many other exchanges out there. And this also grants you the privilege of trading at a much lower fee. Lastly, in order to redeem up to 5,500 as bonus, go to the welcome bonus tab right here, open the mystery box, sign up for it, and then complete the tasks allocated to you, and that would be it. However, it is important to note that these bonuses will vary from one to the other, which I think is still fair. I hope this makes sense. All right, boys and girls, we've come to the end of this video and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Now, if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments section, and also let me know the kind of videos you would like me to create next. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay fabulous. I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye.